December the 2nd, and I want to get this video out because I should have done this video a long time ago. And it's for someone and they asked for it. I was trying to get all my scheduled videos out, but what I'm going to start doing now is when people request videos, I'm just going to try to go ahead and do those right away because I don't want to disappoint my viewers. But so December 2nd, like I said, and today, I was in training basically a good amount of the day. I guess about a good well, you probably won't think it's long, but 2.5 to 3 hours I think it was. I was on training for one of my online businesses. So after I got finished with that, I got ready and then I went over to my niece's house. Let me see, I had to deliver some t-shirts, and then I went to visit with my mom and dropped my sister-in-law's cake plate, or rather her cheesecake plate, off back to her. So that's what I did today. But I want to talk about negative people, how to deal with negative people. And I won't be able to look at the camera too much because I am driving and I'm on the expressway. And no, it's not bad doing that because I'm watching the road and I'm not doing any more looking away than I normally do anyway. So, but anyway, dealing with negative people. A lot of times, negative people, they do not know that they are being negative. And it's unfortunate to deal with a negative person in those circumstances because, you know, they just aren't aware that they're being negative to everyone else, and they're pushing off that negative energy, you know, for the most part. Most of them are not aware that they're doing that. But sometimes you can get to a place where dealing with negative people, and it's hard if they are in your family or if they are close friends. Sometimes you don't know quite how to deal with them as far as letting them know how much their negativity is affecting you. Attitude is about 90% of the situation, and 10% is the actual situation. So most people that have a negative attitude or negative vibe, they're negative because they're going through a bad situation and they don't think things can be good. They don't think that they're going to come out of it or that they can come out of it. So their whole world just becomes negative, and they start to believe that, you know, nobody else could possibly be living, you know, happy and free. So they try to push a negative light on, even if you're in a good situation or good things are going on around them, they'll try to find the negative in it more so than seeing the positive that's there. They'll nitpick with, you know, situations. Like if you have it's like as a coworker and, you know, you and your husband are happy, and they'll start talking about, oh, well, he's probably doing this behind your back and you just don't know. And, you know, just finding the negative. Misery loves company, and you have to remember that. Misery loves company. And the best way to deal with negative people, if you are close to them, is to deal with it head on. If it's a family member that's close to you, if they don't mind pushing off their negativity on you, then you know, don't mind letting them know that they are being negative and that they are affecting you and other people around them. And you have to let them know that, you know, the atmosphere is not pleasant once they come around. Unfortunately, and it seems crazy, but sometimes they just don't know. And they have to know how much people don't like it and don't care for it. And that sometimes they have to know that people would rather not be around them. And a lot of times in those situations, if they don't then come around after you have told them how their negative attitude is is affecting other people, then you have to start distancing yourself. Not to give up on people or to put people, just stop dealing with them. I wouldn't think that that's good to do. Some people say, would just, get rid of them. It depends on who it is. It depends on who it is. If it's a friend, yeah, you can avoid them for the most part. Unfortunately, you can't really avoid a coworker, and you can't really avoid a close family member. So you either have to, like I said, talk to them about it and love them through it, and you just have to give them a dose of good humble pie sometimes and let them know. But in other situations, you do have to distance yourself. A lot of times, if it is family members or friends that keep calling you, because sometimes people will just call you and the conversation, they'll start off okay, and then the conversation turns negative. And a lot of times, nowadays, you have that little swipe, that little ignore button on your cell phone. Or either if you're at home and you're on the regular phone, you got that caller ID, then you just don't answer. You send them the voicemail. And they'll soon get the picture, and they will eventually ask you, I'm calling you, and you're not answering, I never hear from you, and blah blah blah. And that is your open door to let them know how their negativity is affecting you. Ooh, there's a skunk. But that's your open door to let them know. And when they give you that open door, I won't say let them have it, not in a mean way or anything, but you, in a stern way, let them know how their attitude is affecting you and how it's affecting other people. And if for some reason they don't get it, then you just have to move on. You have to let them know that, I can't continue to be around you and talk to you, and on the phone, or whether it's in person. Like I said, it could be a coworker that you work closely with. They might be in the same cubicle with you. Sometimes they have those joint cubicles or those workspaces. Somebody's like right next to you, and you hear that negative all day. You hear that negative vibe and the negative things that they say, and then you're gonna have to confront. You're gonna have to confront. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. So I hope that helps. And when it's people that's close to you, you feel comfortable talking to them. Like I said, for the close family, it could be a sister. Like if it's your sister, or or something like that, close relative, you have to sit down with them and tell them, look, when you say this, that, and the other, and I'm all happy and excited about something that's going on in my life, and you then point out the negative in what I'm doing, then that makes me feel, such and such or so-and-so type of way, and I don't appreciate that, and other people around you don't appreciate that, and people don't want to be around you then. And hopefully they're not the argumentative type, and if they're the argumentative type, you're going to have to, let them go. You can either let them know if they're willing to change, or they seem to want to change, then you help them, love them through that and help them. They might start talking crazy or talking negative or whatever. You have to say, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. When you say such, and they go, oh, I'm sorry. And then, you help them along like that. But otherwise, if they're not trying to change, you have to, stay away from them. Love them from a distance. You can still have that light chit chat with them. Those niceties, that hello, how you do. Sometimes it's even hard to ask people how you doing, because they just tell you everything bad that happens. But you just have to keep it at those niceties. That hello and good to see you, and if you're at a family function, you just go on and move to another room, or at the other end of the table and start talking to ain't so and so. But it has to be dealt with head on. That's the best way to deal with it, is head on. Things are not going to change if it's not dealt with. So if it's not dealt with, yeah, it's not going to change. So I hope that helped. Please comment below if you have anything to add to that. And I hope the person that asked me for that is still watching. I apologize for not getting it out. But I will start doing requested videos right away. All right, guys, I am almost home. I was coming from my mom's house to, coming from my mom's house to my house. So I had time to do that video and I wanted to get it out. All right, guys, you have a good one. I hope I'm not looking like Aunt Jemima. I got my little hair up and everything in my scarf and stuff. And excuse my face and everything. I'm not all dolled up, but hey, it be like that sometime. All right, you guys have a good night. I'm going to try to get this out tonight. And hopefully I'll be able to bring you all with me a little bit tomorrow for church and other things like that. All right, guys, catch y'all next time.